Welcome back then, you FM legends. We're back at it on the Glory Hunter with Sevilla, hoping to topple Barcelona and Real Madrid. We just need to win in Spain now. Once we've done that, we can find our job in France, get that one finished, and then we will have completed the Glory Hunter challenge. So I'd like to thank everybody who has been watching all the way through. It's been a great journey. We've won a lot of trophies, and let's hope we can get over these final hurdles now. So let's jump straight into it. And still with not a lot of transfer budget, unless we basically generate it ourselves through player sales, we've really had to develop this team ourselves, bringing in a lot of youth players, picking people from the likes of Barcelona. And I found a great opportunity here to bring Ethan Nwaneri on loan from Arsenal, and we've got him for the season. And also at Arsenal, we found Ruben Samaniego, who we've managed to pick up on a free transfer. Good squad player for us, and on a free transfer, so an absolute bargain. And also on a free transfer, we've brought in Karim Konate. He was at Bournemouth, not getting any football. His contract was running out, and we've picked him up on a free. And another free transfer was Eli Wahi. He was still at Lens. We've picked him up, and this one is a big bargain for us. Also looking for another striker, Ibai Aguirre was found playing in the second division in Spain for Girona, and he's cost us just 7.25, activating that release clause, and this lad looks like he's got a big future ahead of him. So John Acurio was the first to leave, had a really good season out on loan last year, and Porto picked him up for £9 million. Yeller has left us, unfortunately. He threw his teddy completely out of the pram when I rejected a transfer bid from Southampton. So unfortunately, we have lost him because he was just completely whinging. I wasn't prepared to keep him around because he was just upset in the dressing room. And in the end, I accepted a bid of £36 million, which isn't bad considering we signed him on a free last year. I've let youngster Alcazar go out on loan to get some first-team football experience. And our youngster Raul was entering his last year of his contract. Tried to renew it, but he wasn't interested because a lot of big clubs wanted him. And Man United ended up getting him for £10 million, which isn't bad considering he only had 12 months on his contract. And Man United continued to upset our players with coming in with some very high bids for Robert Marin. I kept rejecting them. I wanted to keep him. He was doing really well for us. But unfortunately, again, Teddy was out the pram. He desperately wanted to leave the club. That's why we found the youngster from Girona who cost us just 7.25, but we made a whopping profit on Robert Marin. We signed him, I believe, for about £5 million. Yes, £5 million from Barcelona, and we've sold him for £67 million. But due to add-ons, that will rise to £80 million. And I didn't need to tap into the market to replace our right back when Yellert left, because I was going to promote Miguel Angel, who was coming through our youth system. He looks phenomenal, and I felt at 18 years old, let's just gamble. Let's just chuck him in and see how he does. And we started off our pre-season playing in the European South American Club Challenge, which we absolutely dominated and won 10-0 against Vélez. As you can see there, we had 29 shots, 17 on target, an XG of 5, so which we massively overshot that. 12 corners, absolutely flying, very high pass completion rate, and 54% of possession, with Marin, Vink scoring, Nwaneri getting a goal, and the youngster Miguel Angel from right back bagging a hat-trick. Which reminds me, I have changed formation again this year, and we've gone to my dominant diamond formation, which I've recently created, and I've used it in a few saves now. It's really coming on. Love this formation. You score a ridiculous amount of goals, and a video will be out shortly on this one. And we also won the Super Cup. That was a great victory over Barcelona, beating them 3-1. Echeverri, Vink and Petrovic on the score sheets. But unfortunately, Miguel Angel, our youngster, did pick up a second yellow card, getting sent off in the 64th minute. But we held on, and our start to the season was fantastic. We were sitting in second place and unbeaten, just behind Barcelona. We won 8 of those games and drawn 2. So Abril was now our number 1. He'd pushed Tomanak out of the team, been given a chance this year, and coming in last year at just 725 grand as a backup keeper, he'd really pushed on and deserved his chance. And that had really upset Tomanak. He'd left in January and joined Girona for 16.5 million, so a decent profit made on him. And there was more departures as Luca Netz was also fuming. Don't really understand this one because he fully knew when I signed him for just 1.2 million that he was the backup left back. But he isn't getting in because he's the backup. But he was fuming, he wanted to leave, and he's gone to Malaga for 3.3. Ancelotti as well, not happy. I ended up transfer listing him just to get him out the door, and he joined Blackburn Rovers for 18 million. Another one I was extremely unhappy about. I didn't sign Sky Vink, I inherited him when I joined the club. What I didn't realise is since he joined and I took over, he's been doing really, really well for us. And he had a long-term contract, so I've never signed him a new one. Also didn't realise that when you're in Spain, obviously everybody has a minimum fee release clause. What I didn't realise is his was so low and it was £50 million. And in January, I was shocked because a bid came in, just got accepted, and Everton had activated that 50 million, so we ended up losing him. Due to all the new additions, Spacati couldn't find any position in the team at all, couldn't even get on the bench, so he left us for £4.5 million and joined Almeria. Victor Gallardo also wanted to leave the club due to Miguel Angel coming in and just completely taking over at right back. The 18-year-old's been phenomenal for us, so Gallardo really wanted to play for his country, and that was affecting him. I transfer listed him, couldn't get him out the door, but he has joined Reims on loan until the end of the season. So Eli Wahi was the signing, to be honest, that I was most excited about. Just hasn't worked out for him. He's been really underperforming for us, and he's been pushed out by others because they've just been scoring the goals, and quite frankly, he hasn't. So come January, he wanted to leave. Couldn't get him out the door in terms of a transfer, but he has joined Valencia on loan, and they have an option to buy him for about £40 million. And Axel Barbaro, another departure, he wanted first team football. He's joined Le Havre on loan until the end of the season. So we did need a new right back to help Miguel Angel, as he's only 18 years old and we need to rotate. So in came Al Yapkin, an absolute bargain from CSK Moscow, and he cost us 6.25 million. Diego Bernabeu was our new second choice goalkeeper, coming into the club for just £2.5 million from Sporting Gijon. We also needed more depth at centre back, which meant Montoliu came in, and he was at Getafe, and for just £2.6 million, an absolute bargain. So when I lost Vink, I was absolutely gutted because he was brilliant for us. But then I did my scouting and found Ahmet Becharen playing his football in Belgium at Club Bruges. And after scouting him, finding out that he's only got a minimum fee release clause of £52 million. So costing us just £2 more million than Vink, we signed this 25-year-old striker who is absolutely incredible. And on my searches, while going through the strikers, I did decide to get Becharen, but when I saw Gleb Smirnov playing his football in Hungary and only wanting £2.8 million, again with a minimum fee release clause, so cheap, I just thought, why not? We'll see how he does. And the last one was another free transfer, released from El Nasser in Saudi Arabia, was Calvin Den Bosch. And after we'd worked our magic in that January transfer window, we still found ourselves in second place, but this time it was behind Real Madrid. We'd won 21 games, drawn 2 and lost 2. By this point in January, we have scored 84 goals, conceding 29 and have a goal difference of plus 55. But on the 11th of January, which is also my birthday, we got the victory at home against Barcelona, and it was that man, Ahmed Becharen, an absolute brilliant player, scoring on his debut against Barcelona, getting 2 goals and getting us the victory. Then went on and played Real Sociedad at home. It was Wanyeri, Becharen and Aguirre. Becharen and Aguirre really forming a great partnership up front together, and we beat them 5-0. Other standout victories were a 6-1 win against Bilbao, 7-1 against Real Betis. And we jump forward to April now, and in April we were still in second place, but we did have a game in hand over Barcelona. We'd still only lost those 2 games, and we'd continue winning with those 26 wins, and we're now on 106 goals this year, absolutely smashing them home. And starting in January was that Spanish Cup, and we started off really well with a 4-1 win against Logroñés. We then played Racing Santander, and we really took this one to the wire as it went to extra time, and it was that 109th minute goal from Echeverri that sent us through. We then played Real Mallorca and beat them 4-2. And into the semi-final, even though it was over 2 legs, I was pretty confident as we won 6-0 in the first one. It was then a 4-2 victory away from home, and we beat Bilbao, sending us through to the final where we would face Barcelona. And we did manage to pick up that trophy, which is the Spanish Cup chalked off. And we just needed to focus on the league. And it was a strong 3-0 performance, beating Barcelona. Nianzou, Karim Konate, and our left back, Adrian Yanko, getting the goals and finally getting us to lift that trophy. We had a very good run in the Champions League as well, doing really well in the group phase, coming through in second place behind Manchester City, who did beat us 6-1. And in the round of 16, we faced RB Leipzig, and we absolutely hammered them at their place 8-2. Aguirre getting himself 4 goals. Basharan again, they're absolute brilliant striking partners. They do so well and score a lot of goals. We then beat them 2-1 at home, sending us through to play Bayern Munich. We managed to get a 2-2 draw at home, but Bayern were very, very good. Obviously, it's our old club, and we know how strong they are. And at their place, it was just sheer dominance. We were absolutely rubbish on the day, and they beat us 4-0, knocking us out in the quarterfinals. But we don't need to worry about the Champions League. We needed to focus on the league, because the Champions League we've won many times already at previous clubs. And at the end of March, we've got a very important 2-2 draw against Real Madrid. Then we went into April and were completely unbeaten after a 2-0 win over Espanyol, a 3-0 win over Valencia. We beat Las Palmas 3-1 and Villarreal 4-0. And with only 3 games to go, we could actually win the league against Elche. And that's because we find ourselves with a game in hand, 3 games to go, and 4 points clear at the moment. We've already smashed in 116 goals this season and conceded just 34. So that win against Elche, 4-0, they didn't even have a shot on target. We absolutely dominated it. But Real Madrid did win their game against Alvarez very comfortably with a 7-0 home victory. And that sends us into the final 2 games of the season against Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. One of those games, just 1 point, will be enough for us to lift the title. So we start without our captain Nianzou, unfortunately, today. He's unavailable due to too many yellow cards. So he's suspended and Montolio comes in. Lund. Driving down this left-hand side. Can he get the ball in the box? Turns. Finds Ethan Wanyeri. Crosses. Cleared away. Alyapkin puts it back in. Petrovic pulls it. Fabregas! Fabregas! Come on! Come on! Yapkin again. Fabregas. Wanyeri. Montolio. Goes out to Lund. Montolio. Ramos. Petrovic. Through ball to Basharan. He flicks it out wide to Alyapkin. Can he take on his man? Oh, he does. Puts it in! Karim Konate! Oh, we're on fire. We've been so good at home. I'm not even sure we've lost at home all season. Well done, Basharan. Great ball. Alyapkin just looks like he overruns it, takes it back off him, puts it across. Karim Konate is in there. Changed formation again this season. Gambled on this new diamond one. Well, let's hope we don't lose this, but yeah, it's paying off at the moment. Samu. Barrios. Long range shot, but Abril gets a hand to it. Doesn't look conventional, but he saved it at least. Sul with the corner. Clips it far post. Abril's up. Looks like he's taken a knock. And he's kicking the ball out. So backup keeper Bernabeu has come on the pitch. Hopefully not played many games for us. Good header. Oh, they've scored. Matthias Sul. The substitute keeper has conceded very quickly. I think Abril would have normally come out and caught that himself. Deflected and in. Querfeld. Sul. Back to Querfeld. Ball comes in the box. Headed away by Yapkin. Petrovic can't get there. Fires to Sands. Sands takes a long range shot and that's over the bar. More pressure from Atletico. Headed away by Alfred. Good through ball. Petrovic. So Tulo is there. Alyapkin. Comes out with the ball on this right hand side. Petrovic. Konate. Can he find the ball out wide to Lund? He does. Go on, Lund. Oh, thought he'd scored. Manieri. We haven't got big Nianzu today. He goes to the back stick though to find Humphreys. Doesn't win his header. Ramos. Drives into the left-hand side. Puts it across. And it's a corner. Ramos then with the corner. In it comes. Headed away by Shitu. Manieri with another corner. Back stick again. Headed away by Satulo. Ramos. Humphreys. Alyapkin. Through ball. Kanate. Back to Alyapkin. Pops it off to Montolio. To Lund. Hit it, Lund! Yes! Come on! Get in there! Lovely football from us here. Kanate can't find a way through, so we just recycle play right across. Lund. And they're just, you can't let him just charge in like that. He'll get punished, and it's 3-1. So into the second half then. No subs made by us. Montolio. Lund. Back to Montolio. Fabregas. Ramos. Konate. Basharan's in. Basharan scores! We're going to lift the title, guys. We're going to lift it. Come on! Straight through. All the other clubs we've been at this year, this challenge, should I say, have been relatively straightforward. Maybe not Brighton. We definitely punched above our weight there, winning the Champions League in our second season. And I think we won the Premier League as well in our second season. Just absolutely on fire. Here we go again. Oh. And then obviously we had Bayern, Inter Milan. Just quite easy jobs, really. We could rebuild them so easily. But this Sevilla one has been one hell of a challenge. Go on, Petrovic! Lovely football again. Yeah, it's been a real challenge for us because of the financial difficulties, just everything that we've had against us. And it comes again. Oh, he scores again, Ethan Wanyeri. It's 6-1, and it's an absolute Sevilla show. We've absolutely torn Atletico Madrid apart. Oh, the wee man scores a header. I'm sure he's only about 5'7". Oh, Yapkin. Little 1-2. Gets it back. Puts it in again. Konate pulls it back. Ethan Wanyeri. It's 7. What is he not happy with here? Was it Konate? Could have been offside. I don't think he is, was he? Nah. Let's go. Look at this. Yeah, their man's on the line. Get him, Wanyeri. So the two Spanish boys have come on for the last 15 minutes. A gear's come on up top. And we've got an injury. Ramos. Let's get Echeverri on. And I was just saying, and also Miguel Angel has come on at right back, our young Spanish lad who's started for us there pretty much all season, but in the last probably 10 games, Alyapkin came in and has been just absolutely fantastic, and Miguel struggled to get back in the side. That's a great delivery. Wanyeri. Fabregas. Lund. Fabregas. Clips it wide. Lovely ball. Unlucky. Miguel Angel. Fabregas. Petrovic. Wanyeri. Aguero! It's 8. It is 8. What a show. Please be onside. He is. It's 8-1. Oh my God. We've had some big wins this year, to be honest. This tactic, you really do create an absolute ridiculous amount of chances. It's just a case of sometimes, especially earlier in the season, we were still winning, but just not converting as much as we probably should have done. And yeah, since January, it's just really clicked. And the goals have been absolutely flying in. But here's Barrios with a free kick for Atletico. Can they give the fans something to cheer about, I guess. I don't know if you scored another, you would be cheering after conceding 8 goals. But in comes the corner from Atletico. And it comes. Who's up? Oh no, they're gonna... Oh, great save, Bernabeu. Run down the clock now. Let's get our hands on that trophy. There it is. Spain is complete. What a season. We've done the double. Well, not just the double. We won the... I guess it'll be like the quadruple or something, won't it? Because we won the Super Cup and we won the Spanish Super Cup, whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's a bit like a Charity Shield type thing in England, but they play it over like a semi-final and final. But yeah, thanks everyone again for supporting me. We'll get through this. I'll quickly get through the Barcelona game and we'll get this one finished off, and then it's time to look for a job in France. So it was a 1-0 loss to Barcelona. They scored after 3 minutes and we just couldn't find an equaliser. We lost 1-0, which means we lost 3 games all season. That was that 1-0 loss to Barca, 4-2 to Atletico and 2-1 to Real Madrid. All the way, so we remained unbeaten at home all season. And just picking up those 4 draws at Real, Tenerife, Real Betis and Real Sociedad. We scored 128 goals, conceding 36, a goal difference of plus 92 and 97 points. We win the league by 3 points, lifting it for Sevilla. We haven't won the league title since 2009, I believe it is. And I think if it wasn't for the fact that we did lose Vink, I didn't sign him. I inherited him when I took over the club. Didn't realise he had a £50 million release clause in his contract, and Everton made that. I probably wouldn't have sold him, which forced me into buying this lad. He cost us £52 million from Club Bruges, and he absolutely took the league by storm when he came in for us. As you can see, he's now worth £100 million. He ended up scoring 20 goals in 20 games for us. He was an absolute monster. When we lost Marin at the beginning of the season to Man United for I can't remember what it was like £66 million something, rising up to like 80 million quid. We lost him. I would have kept Vink and Marin, but this guy came in. We found him in the second tier of Spanish football, and yeah, I just rolled the dice and he cost us like 7.75, was it? I think, yeah, £7.25 million, and he ends up scoring 18 goals in 32 league appearances in the league. He scores 36 in 45 in all competitions. Absolutely did wonders for us, those two up front. Absolutely brilliant. Ethan Wanyeri in midfield, great signings. We just built a great team here. But it is time now to move on and push on, find our job in France, and then we've completed everything. What are we now, 10 years in? We're 10 years in and we've won absolutely everything we needed to other than the competitions in France. So let's get there. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Keep going. I want to get to that 500. So please, if you're watching, please subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 500. You're all FM legends. I'll see you in the next one.